Angie with Harmony Yoga, and we're going to be working on releasing the hands and the wrists. And why I chose that today, just about a 5 to 10 minute little something that you can just take a moment of your time. And I think it's really important now, right? Because of the fact that if you are in quarantine and you're not working right now, people are spending more time maybe outdoors, maybe working in your garden, maybe doing some crafting. And this can get into the hands and the wrists. So whether you're gardening or you're working on creative projects, or maybe you just have a tendency to have some issues with your hands or your wrists, we're just going to take some time and work through that. Things that you can use to help, in addition to releasing that, by even the things that we'll be working on today, are starting with a little bit of lavender oil and then just rubbing that right in the palms. Even breathe it in just a bit. This just kind of creates a feeling of relaxation. Not only is it good for the mind, it's also good for the muscles. Other things that you can use in your own daily life are things like magnesium, and magnesium is really good at relaxing the muscles. Things that you can use helping to relax the muscles is you can do internal or external. This would be an external source, is magnesium oil, and you can just spray that lightly on the skin and massage it into the muscles. It also comes with lotion, which this one smells amazing. Another thing that you can use if you do have any muscle strain or bruising is arnica. And arnica is a really wonderful thing at reducing inflammation if you've had an injury. And then another thing here too is Epsom salt. And Epsom salt you can pour right into your bath in a warm bath and soak. And this helps to release sore muscles. It also has a drying toxins out of the body. So those are just some things that you can add to your own toolbox of things to do to help your body feel even more amazing than it already does. So go ahead and start today's practice. I have a whole collection of balls, and I've been collecting my yoga tools for quite a long time, but I'm just going to give you some options so that if you're out and about, you see some of these things in the store, that these are things that you also could add to your own home collection. So I'm going to be working with a tennis ball and a golf ball today. Other things that I've added to my practice is I found these balls, and sometimes you find them in the most obscure places, but these are balls that can actually be heated up in the microwave or frozen. The first ball is very bumpy, so if you want more of that deep, almost a massage-like feeling, kind of give you that little pinpoint feeling, this is excellent for that. The other one just looks kind of like a ball that would be on a billiard ball. But this one too can be frozen or heated for therapeutic purposes. So those are things, if you see those things sometimes when you're shopping, sometimes it's nice to add those if they're not real expensive. Another thing I have in my collection is this little mitt, and this fits right on the hand, and you can use it to roll right over the muscles. And this has small steel balls in there, so it gives you that myofascial release. And if you've been with me with some of the other videos, myofascial release is a process of putting pressure on the muscle to release the fascia tissue that supports the muscle membrane. And this allows better circulation and blood flow into that space. So good things, all good things to help release your body and make it feel really amazing. So to start your practice, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. So you could sit on a chair to do this. You could sit on a block, some blankets. You could even lean your back up against the wall. So wherever you are that you're most comfortable, you can continue to watch this video. Go ahead and get yourself set up for success. If you have a tennis ball or a golf ball, go ahead and grab those things and meet me right back here for an amazing practice. And once you've found those things, we're just going to go ahead and start right into the hands. So go ahead and make palm to palm compression. And I want you to begin to, in time, create more and more pressure as you draw the palms together. And then we're going to begin to draw the elbows up. And then draw the elbows down. I'm just going to move through this a couple of times. And if you hear a little snap, crackle, and pop throughout this, you're just beginning to bring fresh synovial fluid into the joints. And this might create a little popping sound in some of those joints as you begin to create awareness. We're going to go ahead and interlace the palms, and we're going to begin to rotate both clockwise and counterclockwise. Do this a few times. And then we're going to begin to draw the palms away from the body, stretch long with the arms. Bring the arms up overhead, and just go ahead and move from side to side. Bring it right back down. Draw the palms in toward the body and away. Do this a few times, in and away, in and away. And then we're going to go ahead and place the right arm, extend the right arm long. We're going to reach for the fingertips and draw the fingertips back toward the body. Now, if you want more awareness as you move up into the wrist, you can continue to draw the fingertips closer toward the body. Keep the shoulders relaxed, so don't take any undue tension in the shoulders. And release. We'll move into the other side, drawing the fingertips back toward the body until you find that just right spacing in the body. And release. Go ahead and bring the back of the hands together, and then begin to draw the elbows down. Bring palm to palm compression, draw the elbows up. Again, back of the hands, move together, draw the elbows down, palm to palm compression, draw the elbows up. The next time we bring the back of the hands together, we're going to interlace the hands. We're going to move from side to side. We're going to go right back down, and we're just going to go ahead and shake our hands out. We're going to go ahead and grab whichever feels best to you. So be it a golf ball or a tennis ball, whichever feels best to you. You're just going to place that right on the ground. You're just going to begin to roll it on the palm of the hand. Make sure to pay close attention into the thumb, the spaces around the thumb, specifically if you're a person that has a lot of fine motor skills and you do a lot of crafty projects or things like that. So making sure you can even pause here and press that thumb pad into that ball. So making sure to move in all directions, even taking it out into the fingertips. So really rolling through the entire palm of the hand. We're going to move now to the other side, placing the ball around the area of the thumb and then working through the entire palm of the hand. Make sure to go all the way out to the fingertips. And if you feel an area that's extra sensitive, you can pause there and apply as much pressure as you need. We're going to take the ball now to the top of the hand, and we're just going to roll out through the top of the hand. Now you might find now that you need to size it down to the tennis ball if this is too intense. So again, it depends where you are in your practice. Start at the top of the hand and then roll all the way out to the fingers. We'll move to the other hand. Rolling out to the fingers. And I'm going to switch to the tennis ball because the golf ball has a tendency to get away from me. We're going to place the ball between both hands. We're going to begin to roll vigorously. We're going to place that ball in the right hand. We're going to extend and squeeze, extend and squeeze, extend and squeeze. Go do that a few times. Take it to the other hand, extend and squeeze, extend and squeeze. And then go ahead and roll that ball. We're going to move into the fingers now. So go ahead and set that ball down. We're going to go through each finger. You're going to start with your hands on either side at the very base of the finger. You're going to go all the way down the finger, and then you're going to squeeze to release. So we're not necessarily trying to pop the knuckles. We're just creating a movement of energy. Go to the next hand, starting at the base of the finger, go all the way up. We go back to the right hand. Now we're going to go to the very front of the finger. So starting at the very base, all the way up. Squeeze that nail bed and release. Base all the way up, squeeze the nail bed, release, and then continuing on. And we move to the other hand again, moving through the front of the finger all the way out to the nail bed and squeeze and release. And then we go back into that wide webbing in between the fingers, and you're going to grab onto that skin and pinch, and pinch, and pinch, and pinch, and we go to the other hand, again, find that webbing, pinch, and pinch, and pinch, and release. And then lastly, we'll go to the nail bed, pinch and release, pinch and release, pinch and release, pinch and release, pinch and release. Again, continuing on. And release. Go ahead and take palm to palm compression, and then I want you to rub vigorously, building some intensity in the palms. So you want to feel some great, great heat. Keep it going. I only want you to release when you feel like your hands are on fire. So we're going to play with a little bit of kinetic energy here. So kinetic energy is like pulling socks out of a dryer and they spark or snap. You can create your own energy just by doing that. So I want you to play with this. Now, if you've never done this before, you probably think I'm out of my mind, but I want you just to go with this a little bit. So as you begin to draw the hands away, together and away, I want you to see if you can begin to experience a sensation in the body, almost like that when you draw two magnets together on opposite ends. So how they repel each other. It's almost, you can feel the magnets push away from each other. I want you to see if you can connect with that energy of your own body. See if you can kind of get a feeling for, as you bring the hands together, you almost feel like a force field is either drawing or pressing it away. And once you get that connection, if you do, I want you to begin to play with that. I want you to expand it out. See if you can almost feel like you're holding something. It's almost like a very subtle feeling of movement. It's almost like a resistance. It feels to me more like a feeling of a magnet. Now, if you don't have that connection, I want you to go ahead and bring the hands back together, and I want you again to create that energy again. So create that strong, strong heat. If it's your hands aren't on fire, you're not doing enough. So you really want those hands super, super, super hot. And then draw your hands away and see if you can reconnect. So just see what happens. Now, it took me a while. I've been in classes where teachers would do this, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And then one time I did it, and then all of a sudden it was there. So it's one of those things that may not happen every time, but once you experience it, it's a pretty interesting thing. It's your own energy that you're working with, kinetic energy. And then I just want you to take a few moments once you've captured that, if you have, and just play with it a little bit. Maybe expanding it out, maybe it grows even bigger. And you can kind of feel, you want that push-pull feeling. So if you lose that, you want to bring your hands right back together. And play with this for a little bit longer, and then we'll go ahead and bring the palms together. Bring the hands to heart space. So this was your little informative whatnot for self-care on the hands, the wrists, and then a little added bonus to play with your own kinetic energy. From my heart to yours, yogis, namaste.